I'm Parry, and this is a short video showing you how to email a referral letter or a document directly from EMIS Web to a chosen email account. This video's come about after Betsy Cadwgan introduced a nominal email account at the emergency department at Glenclwyd Hospital, allowing clinicians to use this as a method of sending referral letters when admitting patients. And I guess it's going to be used more for those scenarios where the clinician's actually seen the patient earlier in the day and their conditions deteriorated and a decision is then made to admit them. But because the clinician is not actually with the patient to give them the letter, this can then be emailed through to the hospital department. Now you can see that I've gone into Daisy Duck to show you this. So you create your consultation as usual, and I'd advise that you link any letter that you create or any document, if you're emailing a document, to a problem heading, because this also makes it easier to find in the future. So in our case, we've created a template letter that includes information such as the last few consultations, things like drug allergies, medication lists, and other relevant and important details. Now that self-populates into the template letter when you create it from the document tab. Now you could create it now, but the problem with that is it doesn't actually include the current consultation, so you need to save the consultation. EMIS then is able to interrogate the database and discover all consultations, including this one. So you edit the current consultation, and then you go back and create the document or create the letter in the document tab like this. So in our case, we use the emergency admission letter template. And what this does, it drags all the relevant information I just mentioned into the letter template, including the consultation that I've just entered. So you can see that here. Now the next step is to go into the File tab, and it's in the File tab that you find the Share facility to create the email. So you click on Share. Now annoyingly, that flips it straight back into the Home tab, so you need to click on File again to find the facility to click on the PDF icon to create the PDF to attach to your email. So then launches the email dialog box. So you type in the BCU ED Referral Central email address. Of course, you can change your subject heading to suit whatever you're doing. And I think the attachment will also change according to what information that you're sending. Now the other important thing to point out with this email is that you can see it looks quite empty. Now the reason for that is there's no obvious privacy statement function that self-populates when you're doing it this way. So we are told to include a privacy statement when sending things like emails and faxes. So what you need to do is to go into the signature tab on the toolbar to fetch your usual signature, and that gives you your signature and your privacy statement. So you're then ready to send email. In this instance, I'm not going to send it, obviously. I'm sure they don't want fake patient emails in the emergency department. You can click on the options tab and then request a delivery receipt if you want to. I'm not going to request a read receipt because I'm told that the email inbox in ED is constantly monitored, so you should be able to rely on it being read at the other side. And then you need to save your letter or your document. And then save your consultation. Now, if at a later date you want to send the same letter or email it somewhere else, you just click on the consultation, click on the attachment, and you go through the same process. So just as a reminder, You go to the file area, click on share. It flips back to home, so click on file again, click on PDF, then type in the relevant email address, and the last bit with each email is to remember to include your signature and your privacy statement. And that's it. So I hope that was helpful, but if there's any questions that you'd like to ask, please get in touch.